So the ECO-FCE project is a whole systems approach to improving feed use efficiency and reducing the ecological footprint of monogastric production. It's a 4-year project which is completing in January 2017. We have had 18 partner organisations on this project, so it's been a very large project. And these partners have come from different countries across Europe, including Spain, Germany, Austria, Poland, Denmark, the UK and Ireland. And it's been a real multidisciplinary team. We have expertise in animal nutrition, in animal genetics and metagenomics, in animal health and welfare, in statistical modelling. So it's a very multidisciplinary team. We're very lucky that a third of our consortium has involved industry partners, mainly representing the genetics and the animal feed industry. And that has really helped us make sure that our research is really meeting the needs of industry and has also provided a good tool for dissemination of our research findings back to industry, a good rapid way for us to do that. So we have a very good broad consortium representing academia and also representing industry. And we're probably also very proud by the fact that our consortium and our project has helped to support 11 students, postgraduate students working in this area. So we really hope that that's one of the lasting legacies of this project as well, that we have helped to produce another generation of scientists, if you like, that are going to bring this research forward. The focus of our research has been on improving feed use efficiency and reducing ecological footprint of monogastric production. And this is obviously really timely in the current climate. We're all aware that population growth is happening. And this increased population, combined with things like economic growth and increased urbanisation, is leading to an increased demand for livestock products in particular. And even if we just look at meat, for example, it's estimated that we're going to have to increase meat production by 196 million tonnes to reach a total level of, I think, 455 million tonnes globally of meat production by 2050, if we are to meet this increasing demand. If we are going to produce this much extra meat, then it will have to be done within the confines or the constraints of competition for environmental resources like land and like water, and also in the face of increasing concern about the environmental impact of livestock production in terms of nutrient excretion and greenhouse gas production. So that really was the backdrop to this project, was trying to find a sustainable way of bringing livestock production forward in the face of these challenges. And really that's why we focused on trying to produce a more efficient system and a more efficient animal, and also to produce a system that minimised the environmental impact of production. So that was the backdrop to the project. We have two main approaches that we have used in our research. One is to have a better understanding of the biology underpinning feed use efficiency in pigs and broiler chickens, and we've focused on these two main meat-producing species within our project. So better understanding what creates good feed use efficiency, and then also using this knowledge to develop tools for the industry to improve feed use efficiency and also reduce ecological footprint. In terms of better understanding the biology underpinning feed use efficiency, we have used quite an integrated approach, I think, and quite an ambitious approach. So we had a number of different disciplines trying to better understand what were the differences between pigs and broiler chickens that were very good feed use animals, or very good converters of feed, and those that were less good converters. And we found some really novel findings. For example, we found differences to the structure and the functioning of the gut tissue between good and bad converters, which could actually perhaps explain the differences in this production trait. We found differences in the microbiota, which were also quite interesting and perhaps have led to some candidates that could be used for as markers of feed efficiency within the gut bacteria. And we found differences in the feeding behaviour of the animals, which was also quite novel between good and bad converters. And we also found differences in the genetic architecture and have identified some candidate genes for selection. In terms of using this and other knowledge to develop tools to maximise feed use efficiency, Probably one of the best tools for the industry in this respect is through animal nutrition. And that's one of the approaches that many producers and companies will try to adopt to improve efficiency and reduce ecological footprint. We took quite a forensic approach to animal nutrition research within this project. We investigated a number of different aspects and facets of nutrition, both for very young animals and also for later stage animals. So it was a very comprehensive approach which was taken, and we found some interesting and promising findings. For example, with very early nutrition, we found things like the use of symbiotics and the use of nutritional conditioning in chickens can lead to longer term benefits and parameters linked to performance and health. So there was some promising findings there from very early nutrition. For the other research that we conducted, looking at things like enzymes and additives, looking at diet composition and diet form, there was a much more mixed set of results from that research. Some of the results were perhaps counterintuitive, but very interesting, and I think practically relevant as well. And this came through from both the in vitro research that we did and also the field research. I think I would probably encourage people to go to our website. We're in the final stages of developing a web tool that will help you find the nutritional research findings quite easily through a sort of a searchable database on the website. And I think I would encourage the feed industries and the producers who are interested in looking at the effects, for example, of specific enzymes or specific dietary ingredients, to go to this web tool and find out some of our results from it. In terms of developing tools, we were also very interested in genetic selection models and did quite a bit of research in this field. And some of our partners, particularly in Denmark, were interested in the best approach to actually measuring feed efficiency and incorporating, or the best measure of feed efficiency to use within genetic selection tools. And this resulted in the use of residual feed intake and led to further refining of the models around genetic selection programs. And these findings have been communicated back to our industry partners, but it's also very important for all of our findings from the project that they are communicated more widely to many different stakeholders. And I think we have been quite proactive in this respect. We have organised industry workshops as part of this project in different countries. We have attended trade fairs such as Eurotier. We have hosted a one-day scientific symposium in Belfast, as well as attending many different scientific conferences and meetings. In fact, I did a quick calculation the other day, and I think our research has been represented now in at least 44 big events across 13 different countries over 3 continents. That's just to date. So we have been very proactive in trying to get our findings and our messages across. And actually, I would encourage people to go to the website, because there is information that can be, booklets such as this, that can be downloaded from the website, which contain very detailed findings from our research. So it's important to engage with the commercial sector, with other academics, with producers. But for us, it was also very important to engage with other parts of society, and we're particularly interested in engaging with children as part of this project, because obviously the 2 key issues of food security and environmental protection are particularly important to this generation. And we really wanted to engage with children to get them thinking about the big challenges that we face globally and how best to address them. And in that context, as part of the project, we developed a scientific exhibition which is being hosted at different science museums across Europe. It's already been hosted in the UK and will be hosted in other organisations. And that's really one of the legacies that we will leave from this particular project. But we've also engaged with primary school children here in Belfast, and also with our colleagues over in Poland as part of the project.